I saw more Scorsese's movies. I saw one, I think, 2 days ago. I saw one yesterday, and I saw one today. So I think it was like 3 days of watching Scorsese movies to lead up to, like, I guess, talking about 3 of his movies, like last time, which I did. Yeah, I talked about 3 of his movies last time. But anyways, let's get right into it. First film that we're talking about is the film The Last Temptation of Christ. The Last Temptation of Christ is a drama about the life of Jesus Christ, his journey through life as he faces the struggles all humans do, and his final temptation on the cross. The film's runtime is 164 minutes. The film's rating is R in color. The film's directed by Martin Scorsese, known for the films Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, and The King of Comedy. So let's get right into it. The Last Temptation of Christ. This is a film that, of course, heard of. It's a film that Scorsese was very passionate about. This is like one of his passion projects in a way, to discuss the life of Jesus, and of course leading to the cross. And of course, this is a film that's interesting in every way possible. Of course, religion in any way, shape, and form is always a good discussion. It always leads to discussions in a way. And yeah, this film's amazing. This is another amazing film by Scorsese, a film that you can tell Scorsese had a lot of passion for, and just everything about The Last Temptation of Christ. It really makes you think about life in a way, and also deals with, of course, Jesus as a human, and a more human approach to the man that we know more than anything, Jesus himself. So, yeah, this film is just fantastic. You got, of course, the main performance by, of course, William Dafoe playing Jesus, who, of course, I mean, we know the story about the man. He was born by Mary, and he leads this little revolution, and to bring religion in a way, and proving of course, the existence of God, and trying to preach. And yeah, I think Jesus is this is the first time I actually ever talk about a film that involves religion in any shape or form. This is interesting. Yeah, William Dafoe is fantastic as Jesus. I think he played the man pretty dang well. He played Jesus as a human, more human form, and it deals with, I guess, him, and of course just how he's not perfect in every way. Like, he sins, Jesus sinned, and he's trying to be the best, best person for his Father, God. And it's really interesting. I really liked this interpretation of this man who is a more human than, of course, the one that we know, the man, Jesus, the one that saved us from all the sins, which of course he does at the end, but it's a very interesting perspective, and I think William Dafoe did just marvelous. His performance was just freaking fantastic. And other supportings, you got Harvey Keitel. He's in the movie. He played, which is funny. I never pictured Harvey Keitel in a film like this. This is something I would never thought of seeing. And Harvey Keitel is really good in the movie. He's the one that helps Jesus, and at first dislikes him, and he goes with the journey with them and becomes really close with him, and it's fantastic. I think Harvey Keitel is really good. A performance that, of course, at the time people didn't like. But seeing it for the first time, I think Keitel did a damn good job. I think it was pretty dang good. And all around, the performances are pretty solid by everybody. Direction by Scorsese. This is a very well-directed film that is interesting, is a little trippy, but I like how he did this film. Of course, the film is, of course, different from what you would expect from the actual Bible. It's actually based on a book, in a way, of The Last Temptation of Christ, and I thought it was really good. I really thought the film was very well made. The direction is great, the writing too, where by the end of the film, it really shoots at you, where you're like, wow, that is super spiritual in a way, where I'm like, that I did not expect it to move me as much. The chemistry, everybody works super well together. Cinematography, again, this is a very well shot film. They actually, they shot this film in, was it Morocco or something like that? They shot this film in the desert. And yeah, it's a very well shot film. The cinematography is fantastic. The music score is amazing. The score for this film is just really good. And all around, I felt The Last Temptation of Christ is a fantastic film. It's a movie that should be seen once, and you should see it again, and maybe because this is a film that can make you dislike things, but it also makes things interesting. But it's also just fantastic in a way where it's a movie that you can see again, and you could probably have a different perspective of the film. And I thought The Last Temptation of Christ is an amazing movie with one of course, William Dafoe's best performances of his career. I think he's just marvelous in this film, and it's one of like Scorsese's best. Like, so I genuinely think The Last Temptation of Christ it's an amazing movie by Scorsese, and it's honestly one of his best because genuinely I felt like this is a film that he really was super passionate for, and you can see with every frame and every second of this movie. And yeah, Last Temptation of Christ gets a 5 out of 5 stars. It's an amazing movie. It's an amazing film that makes you think. And this is a movie that you don't need to be super. You don't have to be religious by any means, or you can have different beliefs, and you can still possibly enjoy this movie. This film is amazing in any way. Even if you're, what's it called when you don't believe in anything? Yeah, whatever we don't believe in any religion. Even this film could absolutely move you in a way. And yeah, Last Temptation of Christ is amazing.